Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to EREUS GG. We're here to cast a game between EREUS and LN-Eclissi. I'm Opera, and tonight I'm joined with by my buddy Oshin. How are you, Oshin?
Hello there. Well, I'm fine. I mean, the day was meh, but the evening promises to be okay, or even great. So I'm all for it. And you?
I'm fine. I expect a lot of tonight's game because EREUS, we saw them won their first match this week, and LN-Eclissi, they're still looking for their first win in this FACEIT league. So it promises to be a good match tonight.
Yep, FACEIT League, Season 4 Masters EMEA. That is, I mean, at this point, yeah, EREUS is definitely fighting for some points, but LN-Eclissi really need to step up their game if they want to do better in the bottom of the rankings. But at the same time, what happened so far is they both faced like Dean Pero 0907, so not exactly like easy matchups.
On there are no easy matchups in this league, and indeed you were about to introduce EREUS. Please proceed.
Yeah, Jesper Swag and Sleek as DPS for the main lineup, Lars as always as a tank, and Texel and Pingo this time on the support side. As a sub, we have well, I haven't had the time, but hey, present LN-Eclissi.
Eclissi, Fista, and Flatic will be the DPS with Alex as a sub. Nevs H200 will be the tank. Neo Fried and Little Plume will be the supports tonight. And as you said, Eclissi is still looking for their first win, but they face very, very dangerous teams in the top 4, top 5 of this division, Masters division. So
not exactly the easiest matchups, to be honest.
Indeed, but there are no easy matchups in Masters League. All
I
the
guess
teams
not.
Are really tough. Some are just tougher than the others. But no matchup is easy.
I guess so, yeah. But well, all we can wish for EREUS is to get their second win tonight. We'll see what happens. At this point, they're in the pick and ban phase, if I'm not mistaken. And first map seems to be Nepal, if the FACEIT interface is anything to believe. So we'll start on a very, let's say, very diverse map. It's not diverse that I wanted to use as a quote. I would give it
versatile
as an adjective, but versatile. Yeah, exactly. Where we have really different points, like between Sanctum, Temple, and Village, where well, a team can be absolutely destroying the other team on a very specific sub point, but struggle on the second one. Like if you were very good on for example Village, it's not completely unheard of to be a bit like sometimes happen to struggle on something like Sanctum, for example. So we'll see what. Oh, and pick and bans. We didn't really talk about those, but Ramatra is being banned as well as Lucio. So that's going to be interesting.
It's well, probably both teams did their homework because Lucio was banned by Eclissi and Pingu as a mean Lucio. I don't know about Nev's Ramatra, but if EREUS banned Ramatra, probably they scored something. And or they just want to prevent natural counter to Reinhardt or something. But we'll see. In the red on the right, in the right corner, we have EREUS with Sleek, Texel, Lars, Pingu, and Jesper. In the blue, in the left corner, we have Nevs, Pista, Neo Fried, Little Plume, and Alex. They are LN-Eclissi, and we will start. That's the
Sanctum. If I'm not mistaken, I always mistake like Sanctum and the one on the inside, but I think that this one is Temple. So yeah, Sanctum. Uh,
Domo altar. We'll see. And already we have some major differences in the playstyle with LN-Eclissi going for the Pharah and the Moga, whereas EREUS is going for the Zarya and the Venture. We'll see how it plays. Texel is on his favorite pick, the Kiriko, and against the Moga, it's really a huge pick because he can hear
Cleanse
the,
helps a lot.
the flames, exactly. And the first fight is starting on the elephant side, both team rushing into each other but trying to find the angle. Slick on the surgeon deals massive amounts of damage and clear Vista from the start of the fight. It's already really melee on the point.
Okay, yeah. At this point, yeah, it's kind of turning out to be EREUS's pick. This first cap, Nevs is a bit under pressure. It still works. The rockets from Fista actually doing very nice work, and the point goes to Eclissi right now. But they're kind of like at this point they kind of need to go back. Law's going in to try and menace the point, but that's not going to be enough. Okay, there was still
needed to be healed. Nev needed to be healed, come back to the point and contest once more, but Eclissi is still in control of the point. Lars is being rushed, is being saved while Jesper tries to find the Brigitte in the back lane, but Little Plume with the orbital saves his Moga, and even if they are the back line, it's a cleanup for EREUS. They finally take the point back. They let Eclissi for 38.
Yeah, 30%. Not too shabby for LN-Eclissi, considering it was a bit scuffed at some point, but they really hung to the point nicely. Though Nevs seems to always be kind of low, so I'm not sure how this is gonna fare on the long run.
Slick finding Pista in the start of the fight, Texel finding Little Plume, and that's a reset already for Eclissi. They're going back to the spawn, waiting for their mates. Two huge picks early on in the fight from EREUS.
On the macro side, EREUS is basically up to a big 5 if they want to do it. They probably won't, but we have a grab, we have everything we can want, and there goes the overclock. Okay, Sleek just trying to, Sleek looking for targets at this point. Or maybe, too bad, Little Plume just barely makes it. And at this point, just Swag kind of finishes a few kills. That's going to turn to EREUS's advantage, but we had to concede 4 ults on this. So definitely not an easy hold.
They used 4 ults, whereas Eclissi used only the rally from New Fried. So they have the grab, which is a huge ult for the final contest. Lars can prevent any touching of the point.
Oh, Nevs.
Eclissi, but now Alex is.
Oh, that's a nice grab.
The grab is good, but Alex and Pista, the DPS from Eclissi, finding some picks with their own ults that no one will be able to touch beside the supports.
Alex a bit on his own right now with Neo Fried, though. Maybe they can make something happen. This is going to be non-trivial. Okay, Lars tried to Doomfist his way to the point. So far it works, but maybe we're gonna get a flip. Oh, Nevs is so low. He's so low. Yeah, but I mean, and Eclissi is basically on point at this, at this moment. So they still have a solid option at taking this. No, sadly, overtime came and went so fast. It kind of made the heart spin.
The overtime fight was actually really long and really balanced, I guess. And both teams managed to have at least 3 waves of spawn during the time of the fight. So as soon as the final picks were made by EREUS on the Eclissi lineup, the board just emptied
Yeah,
instantly. And
exactly.
that's 1-0 on this Nepal map for EREUS. We're going for that would be the Sanctum, I guess, or the Sanctuary. The
I
other
think
one.
it's that's Temple, I think. But whatever. This is the interior map. That's all that counts. Basically the same compositions from Eclissi and EREUS, respectively. Let's see if Nevs can hold a bit better with all that cover that is now basically available to him. At this point, LN-Eclissi is starting to take a good position and menacing point immediately with no real option for EREUS to even like get close to the point.
The early pick on Jesper did the work for Eclissi and they take the first cap. Now they're in position and even though Fleet and Pistol are contesting at the point, the picks there for EREUS and Alex finding Jesper, but that will be it for Eclissi. All they had was 13%. And EREUS is already taking the lead.
Very nice retake from EREUS, really. Like it was kind of a pincer with a little off play by Sleek, who got onto point, menaced position, and had an off angle. It was pretty nice to see.
Indeed, Sleek and Texel, they work really well as a unit, and this time they took the duty of capturing the point while still menacing the arcade side of things. And now
that's not good.
On the Mega, and they're pushing Eclissi out of this temple. Jesper really aggressive. He has to go back and rejoin his team, but they charge some ults. They already have the grab. The Kitsune is almost there.
Yeah, and we have Venture's ult also that can be pretty nasty into a grab. We'll see if they decide to use that. But I feel like Lars really like trying to ambush that team. Oh, that's a nice grab. Maybe we can do something with it. Oh, that's complicated though. Everyone is kind of behind the wall still. Okay, overclock now from Alex on the Eclissi side. Will that be enough though? Oh, yes, that's a very nice boop. Sadly for Lars, to be honest.
Nice
but,
whip shot from Near Pride, pushing Lars into oblivion outside of the map. The grab was basically to split the Eclissi team, I guess, but it didn't really pay off.
I mean, yeah.
EREUS, they had to concede the point, but still they got 88% on the capture meter, and that didn't compensate.
Exactly. Okay, Nevs now has swapped to Rhine to just match the Zarya up, I guess. Oh, that's a bit cocky from Jesper. Will be able to do something with it. Okay, ultimate immediately. Oh yeah, that was very bold of him, and that didn't pad out.
Indeed, even the bubble from Lars didn't manage to keep him alive during the duration of his ultimate. And EREUS, they have to retreat. Ooh. But Sleek is not happy about it. He's taking position with his ult, overcharge, overclock, and now he forces Eclissi to really, he forces him out of his line of sight.
Basically backed into a corner. Oh, that grab is nasty in some way, but it's okay, I guess. There we go.
It's okay. The moving barrage from Pista won't be enough. EREUS takes the first map 2-0 in a commanding fashion, I must say.
Yeah, exactly. Like it looks like EREUS the EREUS team is really able to, like, let's say, channel their aggression in a more meaningful way than Eclissi can at the moment. But I mean, this is only the first map. That railgun though, Alex really has done some work, but it was not enough, obviously. But maybe next map we'll see something different.
Alex definitely having the most impact on the Eclissi team on its first map. but it wasn't enough yet. They couldn't really handle the venture from Jesper, which even though didn't kill that much people, wrecked enough havoc in the back lane to allow Sleek and Lars to really apply pressure.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about the disruption, basically. The disruption that you can create and the forcing of the other team to just handle you in some fashion, which then creates openings for the rest of your team.
Yeah, that's EREUS gameplay, and you just sum it up perfectly. And the bubble from Lars, every time Jesper pops out of the ground, he gets a bubble from Lars, allowing him to really disrupt and use his, I don't know the Venture's weapon's name, but his drill.
Drill.
I will say his drill to really push the backlane away and apply some damage. And even though Neophyte with the Brigitte was able to control the Venture, it wasn't enough for Eclissi to really counter-attack and have some efficient countermeasures to EREUS disruption.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, exactly. Next map will be Sorovasa. And hey, you know what? The bans are interesting. I guess Eclissi banned Zarya. I wonder why. And if that is the case, then it means that EREUS banned Juno. So I mean, the Juno ban, okay, why not? Anyhow, you can only ban one hero, like a hero once per series, and you can't ban two of the same role in the same round. So can't ban Lucio again. So what do you know? Now the other mobility support gets a ban, and yeah, I guess that maybe like if that's the case, then Eclissi, oh no, EREUS banned EREUS banned Zarya, so I'm completely wrong on that one.
Eclissi banning the support and EREUS banning the tank. That's the meta for this match, but it makes sense to ban Juno on the Flashpoint map because as you said,
it gives you so much sustain.
Exactly, and there is a substitution on the EREUS side. Volta is coming in from Pingu to play the Lucio.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay, and we have a lineup change, of course, like not a lineup, but the comp change with Lars going Junker Queen and Nevs picking a good old Ramotra. Okay, so we'll get TPs, I guess, and then Fister and Jesper will just swap to something more comfy, I guess. There you go, Genji and Farah, respectively for Jesper and Fister.
Fister sticking with the power. It didn't really pay it off on Nepal. We'll see how it goes on the Suravasa map. And already the two teams starting to exchange blows, but right now the position is in favor of EREUS, but Fister, he finds Slick, and the first pick is for Eclissi.
That's a very nice first pick. Okay, Nev's not dead yet because he played his cards well. Playing with the wall here is absolutely paramount. And I think that, yeah, it's going to be very difficult for EREUS to take this one. So, yeah, let's just walk back. And that's exactly what they did. Not too much, not too much damage inflicted, I would say. So we're still kind of in the green, and Eclissi hasn't accrued too much ult charge. But still, on Flashpoint, the capture goes so fast. EREUS is kind of already on the back foot, and in need to get results fast.
They're trying to find some picks, but Lars, he cannot find the angle, he cannot sustain his position on the point, so he's going around trying to find a little room, but the TP from the Kiriko allows him to pull back. Jesper finds Vista in the meantime, and are in favor of EREUS. The picks as well, Texel and Volta doing the work. EREUS takes the point back, only 83.
83. Yeah,
That's just a fact.
this was a slow and steady wins the race kind of strat at this point. Now they need to hold, but they need to hold for quite a long time. But still, I mean, we're on flashpoint, so not that long, in fact. But they're already getting pushed back by LN-Eclissi. Everyone has kind of put their feet on the point, and the point gets flipped. 86% and counting. EREUS needs to make something happen if they want anything to, if they want to get the point. Bro Shield gets used from EREUS, as well as Kitsune. Kitsune has been used in response from Eclissi, and I think that they're going to hold to that point. So far, no kills, but it is very close, and Eclissi is still in the lead.
Indeed, both pupils ults used from both sides. Now the both overclocks are going off. Alex and Slick trying to find the angles, but no kill as of yet. Vista and Lars throwing their ults into the mesh as well, but still no big loss. Finally find Alex. That's the first thing in over 30 seconds, and the team is all blue. EREUS capped the point back, and they live to fight another team fight on this first point of Suravas.
And they might even keep it at this point, but it was really close. Okay, so yeah, I mean, they got down by the skin of their teeth. So hopefully they'll be able to regroup, because, like, even though they won the fight, there were at least like 2 dead, I think, on EREUS' side. So that's not gonna be too easy. Okay, everyone has regrouped. We do have Annihilation ready. That's probably what's gonna be used to just like get back on point. And there we go. Kitsune already fired from EREUS to try and get that breathing room that they need. Oh, Nevs is getting hammered down. This is so hard. And yeah, at this point, LN-Eclissi is lacking a tank, and I think that's going to be it for that first point. Or maybe not.
The point, and New Fry just used his to keep his team alive. Slick finds Vista and Eclissi. They're pushed out of the point. They cannot contest anymore. Nevs come back with the Doom Fist, but it won't last very long. Slick with the overclock as well to ensure no one from Eclissi will touch this point, and the first point market goes to EREUS on Suravasa, and now they're moving to Palace. The fight was really drawn out.
Yeah, like several minutes, and basically all ults have been used at some point, and then some. And EREUS as well as Eclissi basically replenished their charge. Okay, so EREUS have the kind of advantage here. We're on point, but overcharge is thrown in for Eclissi. Oh, that axe is really. Oh, there we go! Slick bites the dust. And that means that even though EREUS did the smart move, which was to kind of move away from that overcharge, it was still not quite enough. So that gives the first tap to Eclissi on that second point.
Eclissi finding the position. Alex with a nice right click, but the old bang, the macro is in EREUS' favor. The rampage is ready. The kicks in it are casted from both sides.
Rampage, maybe. Everyone seems to be aligned. We'll see.
It's a bold move to cast it in the back end. We'll see, but Alex finds the nice clicks with his railgun. And at the picks, they're all for Eclissi right now. They're making the frag, they're making the kills, and they're keeping control of the point for now. 70% and counting for the LN lineup.
EREUS is counter-attacked.
Pointed there. But
yeah.
Texel find Alex.
Ooh, that's an interesting
That's an opening.
pre-fight. Exactly. Oh, that knife. I think that, yeah, like their previous counter-attack did not pan out so well, so they're probably going to have to use way more resources than they wanted if they want to get that point, because we're 99-0, and they either need to just concede the point or make something happen right now.
Well, yes,
and they do!
Makes things happen with his surrogates from Atra. Find the nice picks, and they still have Rosatis Lars and Blitz ult. On the Eclissi side, Neves and Fista are online as well. And Eclissi now they just have to take their time, wait for Alex overclock, and just ride with it.
Yeah, probably they need to kind of bait that and respect it and then go in. We'll see what happens. Ooh. Okay, everything kind of happening at the same moment. Sadly, the rampage didn't pan out so well because it was greeted by a barrage, basically. And but yet EREUS are still in control, and the overclock that might no, Sleek gets dispatched immediately by Alex.
Alex making the difference on this last fight with this overclock, finding 2 picks and validating this point basically for Eclissi. That's 1-1, and we're going for, I think that's the ruins I heard.
We'll know soon enough, but yeah.
Both teams trying to find the most advantageous position for this next point, but Lars is already in position. He has to retreat on the low ground, on the point and out, because the pressure from Eclissi is way too much to handle right now.
Yeah, that door is not somewhere you want to stand in.
Vista wreaking havoc on the outside, finding Jesper, chasing Volta out of the fighting zone. Oh, the right click from Slick was huge, but Vista staying alive barely with less than 30 HP, but that's enough for the Pharah. Is now on the outside, the beat from Volta to engage on the EREUS side, matched by New Pride.
And the Kitsune to boot. Yeah, that's going to be difficult for EREUS at this point. 40% and counting. They probably need to just like go back to spawn, lick their wounds, and go at it again. But this is not their fight right now.
Alex bailed out by Liverpool, Neves find Texel, and Lars is not long for the world. 70% and counting as well. Eclissi finding the solution. You can see why.
Oh crap! A DC. I guess that's a DC because like there was no pulse please or anything, but I don't think we have access to chat anyway. Oh crap! Well,
we'll see how it goes, but we can see why EREUS banned the Ramatra on the first map. Neves is really good on the pick, and basically causing a lot of problems to EREUS.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely is like a force to be reckoned with on Ramatra. But I would argue that Alex is still quite dangerous with his sojourn.
Indeed.
So yeah,
we mentioned it on the first map. Alex was the one causing the most difficulties to EREUS. Now that he has some more space, is really making the frags count,
making it work.
Making it work.
Okay, overclock from Eclissi.
Overclock is used by Alex, and he finds Slick instantly. Lars final for Vista. He gets the best. He gets the best from Jesper. And Eclissi, they just punched the second point into this map.
I guess they wanted the last go at it, but they didn't even manage points because they were greeted by some pretty pissed Eclissi. So yeah. And now for basically all the marbles, EREUS is kind of backed to a wall on this map, so they need to make something happen. We do have some ults that they can use. We have Overclock, we have Rampage, Kitsune, and that Kitsune is going to be used on both sides to try, well, not on both sides, on EREUS' side. Oh, that's a nasty Rampage. We're probably going to be able to get them. Not even, oh! So well done from Eclissi. Neves barely made it.
Yeah, Liverpool even though Spherical just fell to its ult, managed to clear all the rampage effect, all the purple from the rampage from his team, and the wall from Jesper just sadly blocked Lars in his progression. Jesper switching to Torbjorn, trying to put some direct pressure on Fista, I guess.
I don't think I would have imagined in some kind of Masters series we would see Torbjorn's used like unironically, but hey, the perks and everything have made it possible. Okay,
and that's
so
a good thing for the game. We are seeing more variety, and Alex, even though he found the pick on loss, was dispatched by Volta, but still the fight is for Eclissi, and they're taking their
fight on the map.
first map on Suravasa 1-all. It's first to 3, so basically we're back to first to 2.
First to 2 at this point, yeah.
And we'll see Alex, the assassin, on Sojourn with very nice.
Oh yeah, that railgun was
1
priceless.
and 2. These are the picks that led Eclissi to capture this palace point, leading them towards victory on Suravasa.
I mean, it put them in a very good position.
And a map that played really differently from the first one.
Yes, indeed. Like what EREUS showed us in the previous map was mostly at least in my opinion, very counterplay oriented, where they basically let Eclissi just crash on them and then counterattack. And they tried to do this, especially on pallets for the second map, but it didn't pan out that well in comparison. I guess that LN-Eclissi has been a little more decisive in their engagements, and it yielded more entry-ish picks that allowed them to sustain counterattacks a bit more efficiently.
Indeed, they managed to. I got a cat.
Yeah, I mean,
happens.
Hi, Link.
But indeed, Eclissi finding the solution around the Ramatra. I think we cannot undermine Nev's.
Oh yeah,
role,
definitely.
In this win, he was able to find a lot of space and create a lot of space for his team, and Alex was able to convert it into frags basically. Fista roaming, flying around the map, finding off angles as well, doing a lot of damage with this Pharah. So we saw the game plan for Eclissi really playing out on this map. And EREUS, the solution on the first map was to ban the Ramatra. Let's see how they work. I don't think they will ban the Sojourn because Slick is pretty good on his Sojourn as well. So let's see how they choose to play this out. I think we're going to Colosseo on the third map, if I saw correctly. So,
maybe.
we should be going in the game soon for the third map. And we'll see how it plays out. But we're in for a series.
Yeah, we're definitely in for a series. And yeah, you're right. Like, basically Nevs on Ramatra seems to create way more space than he could with Morga. And now that Ramatra is not bannable anymore, that's going to be very interesting. At least to see how EREUS basically works their way around this issue that they're having. We're gonna go on Colosseo, indeed. The interface just refreshed, and the bans are Fara of all characters and Kariko.
And the surprise is Eclissi banned the Pharah. So they chose to ban Fista's pick of choice for the first two maps, probably with the plan, I guess. And EREUS, they ban Pexel's favorite pick. So if indeed the
Okay.
bans are good, and I assume they are, uh, there must be some kind of strategy underlying for these bans.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Fista wasn't subbed in by the like the other DPS that they have. Uh, so- but hey, we'll see how it pans out. But apparently, Fista is more than happy to play Torb, even though cost discuss. We still like they still have 10 seconds to prove me wrong.
And yet, Jesper and Lars, they're back on the Venture Zarya combo,
Mm.
sticking to the Sojourn. And Fista will indeed play the Torbjorn on Colosseo. Little Plume and Neo Pride going for the Juno Brigitte combo we're seeing so much recently. And EREUS still playing with Volta, the Lucio main, really doing the work and helping his team on Surava side. And they lost it. Eclissi on the blue side, EREUS on the red side, and we're fighting for the first control of PS1 right now. Desire doing the work against the Ramatra, and Jesper really wreaking havoc as we saw on Nepal.
Yeah, a bit of a nasty duo again. Plus, why bubble yourself when you can bubble the Venture in your team, who's in the other team's face at every second?
And giving you a lot of charge as well.
Exactly, like 100 charge.
Fully charged on Desire, doing a lot of damage. The first fight will be for EREUS, and they're starting the push.
Yeah, very convincing first fight for EREUS, and we'll see how it pans out. But so far, yeah, we're taking lots of space. Jesper is still in kind of an ambush mode, probably to push Nevs if need be. Okay, he's at the back. Is at Nev's back. This won't quite hold, but that's okay, because all you need to do is parry, get bubbled, and do it all again. Even though Neophride didn't agree with what I just said.
Yeah, Neophride protecting Little Plume from Jesper on this fight. Nevs going for the Nemesis form, trying to push back EREUS, and right now they do Dexel with the orbital, and a lot of damage coming from the EREUS side. They're completely obliterating the Eclissi lineup on the back of this orbital from Dexel. And we can see Lars went for the mobility perk on his Zarya and is climbing on the top on the high ground really quick.
Yes, indeed. But like, did it even need it? I'm not sure, but that's because like that's the bubbles are definitely what it needs. But hey, that was already the case before the perks. Okay, forward spawn has been capped. EREUS is in a really good spot. I mean, 7 minutes still, and they're already halfway through the map, so that's really good news for them. At this point, they can enter some kind of semi-management mode where the real thing that they need to worry about is just oh, okay, Jesper was seen, but not dispatched.
A nice grab from Lars.
Thank you, Alex.
All the teams, but Neophride with the rally managed to keep the whole Eclissi lineup alive. Lars finally finding the kill on the Brigitte, but that won't be enough for now. TS1 is going for the middle, but Eclissi there. They didn't manage to disable the forward stun, but now the orbital from Little Plume, even though Jesper and Volta ulted on of it, still a lot of damage keeping the team alive. And Sleek going for the overclock, but the annihilation for Nev doing a lot of damage in the middle. They fall.
Yeah.
And the fight is still going on everywhere on the map.
I mean, I don't know about you, but it looks like the Zarya Venture duo is a bit more complicated to make work, basically, as of recently. And Eclissi really focusing Jesper down, even though he's bubbled very regularly, but they respect the bubbles and then they just wail on him.
That's a very nice way to put it. And Eclissi, they did what they had to do to dispatch Jesper, but also you could say that on the central parts of Colosseum, there is no real advantage to the venture play because there's not much angle you can take. But EREUS, they won this fight underneath, and now they're back to pushing.
Jesper looking for an ambush again.
Nev's going for Hazard for a while, but now he's playing the Daya duel. Jesper managing to go back, but Fista is on the venture as well. Eclissi choosing to fight the mirror on the Daya venture duel.
Oh, I think that Lars just got pushed forward, which allowed his beam to reach Little Plume. That was too bad. I guess a fist at some point just tried to damage him, but it was not enough. And the TS1 keeps going and going and going with, like, it doesn't seem to be able to stop. That's going to be a very delicate problem for Eclissi to manage at this point. Okay, or maybe not. Okay, Fista tried to get Jesper, but it was all for naught.
Nice bubble from Nevs, but it won't be enough. Little Plume going for the orbital, but Lars, he found 2 kills already. And now it's nice mobility trick from Daya. And the TS1 will be for EREUS again. They can push some more. 3.5 minutes left. Don't think Eclissi has the solution for this.
This is going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it, Alex. With the overclock trying to find the kill, glass falls. Jesper manages to go away from now. He's on the side, hiding, trying to find the supports, and now he's going for a Little Plume that he has to bury away. Still trying to find nice bubble from Jesper, thinking, you know, Alex finds Texel and Volta. No more supports for the EREUS side. Jesper falls as well. And Eclissi buys themselves some time and breathing room.
Yeah, I guess so. Even though EREUS is basically at a big 5 stage, they have basically every tool they need to just, like, completely crush the next Eclissi's push if need be, and they're already, like, pretty far forward. So I guess that, yeah, they're just gonna pop like a grab or something, and it should be great for them. Okay, talk about grab. Nevs is using their grab. Would that be enough?
This time Nevs finding the kills, but Jesper answers with his note of his own, and now is finding the triple kill, maybe the quadra kill right now with his one duel on Fista. And Lars is back with his robot friend, trying to find the forest when he does, and now going for the bridge.
Yeah, basically we're getting back at where we were standing. We do have an excavation that might be used this time as a counter, but no. Okay, Graph has been used, but for not at this point. Oh, maybe this excavation is going to bear fruit. In a way, yes. But EREUS weathers the storm. They're still going.
Too late from Fista. We see Alex swapping to the Widow. And Nev's going for the monkey. But I don't think it will be enough for Shen. Oh, Fista finds big, but less than a minute remaining. And Eclissi, they still have to win this fight and the next 5.
more because TS1 hasn't moved an inch on their end, so this will probably be way longer. If and only if they win. But they have 35 seconds to at least get back, like get solid control on the TS1, and then yeah, basically win, like probably like as you said, like at least 5 to 7. Oh, Jasper!
Jesper
A bit
didn't
too far
manage
away.
to find his way back to his team, and so Lars will have to contest as the robot preventing Eclissi from disabling the forward spawn until Jesper is back. They did, and now they're just, yeah, they're waving back.
Yeah, we're already in overtime. Broshield gets popped, but yeah, this is going to be complicated anyway. We do have a big ult that is available, but Lars just ate a post bomb, so maybe Eclissi will stay alive for at least another fight. I mean, they could totally reverse sweep this. It's just going to be very hard, but it's not impossible, to be honest.
It is not over until
it's over. Exactly.
When there's no hope, there's still a primal for Nev and a nice disrupt from a Fister. But
oh, that grab.
The grab and the orbital from Texel might just close it.
Oh, that
the overtime is still going to primal from Nev, keeping him alive for a while, but no, he just gave up. And EREUS take the third map, and they're going to have a match point.
How do you primal when you're not able to jump because you need to stay on the objective? That is so sad. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Nev had to pop ult just to stay alive and try and have his team like get back to the objective. But oh, that's not a situation you want to be in.
Indeed, a very tough map for Eclissi. They didn't manage to push the barricade an inch before overtime, and that was basically what won the map for EREUS. They managed to really push far the first time. They got the forward spawn and managed to keep it for the vast majority of the time. So Eclissi, they were on the back foot the whole map basically. EREUS putting a lot of pressure. The Lars Jesper duo being really disruptive and Slick finding the kills. Yeah, Eclissi couldn't do anything on this map.
I mean, that Venture that Venture Zara combo, yeah, like at least on the EREUS side, is nasty. Really, like Lars was basically at 100 energy. Like I would guess, like 90% of the time or something. It was really difficult. Like it basically melted the options that Eclissi tried to put forward, and then at some point they just said, "Ah, well, F it, we're just gonna try and match them." But I mean, it's a like too well rehearsed gig, I would say, for EREUS. So it just like wasn't enough.
Eclissi only managed to win 2 team fights in a row when they switched to dive with the Winston and the Tracer for Alex. So maybe that's a clue for them. And since we're going to Route 66, dive is not a bad idea. EREUS banning Brigitte, banning the Hazard. We might see some dive on this map.
We might. At this point, like what we've seen so far is basically like diving with mostly Hazard. So the ban is a bit maybe weird. I don't know. But worst case scenario, we'll get Divas and Winstons. I'm not gonna complain.
A classic dive maybe. Some Doomfist as well is a possibility, but EREUS feeling pretty confident with the Zarya Venture combo, and it could work on Route 66 as well, especially since we saw Lars playing with the mobility perk on Zarya rather than the graviton surge damage
Yeah.
on the minor perk. So yeah, maybe we could see some Zaya Venture as well from EREUS. It looks like it's a trademark anyway.
And I mean, even on the map like Coloseo, where once you get away from the initial, like, let's say, corridor, you have a lot of high ground that you need to take in order to be efficient anyway. It like didn't phase them that much. So yeah, that's definitely an option. And anyway, whatever we come up with as a prediction, we'll get something different. Have a look. Right now, Laws is sporting a Winston that we haven't seen him play so far. And on the Eclissi side, Nevs is getting back to good old Morga. So we'll see how that. But I guess that this comp kind of makes sense in order to hold this this first point, because like that, like the damage, the sheer damage output of the Morga is probably something that that you. Well, it's definitely something that you want to just occupy that choke point. Like, slap a Farah around this, and an Alex with a big railgun should be pretty smooth sailing. We'll see if Sleek has something to say to it. Ooh! Already! Oh, poor Sleek! He took like a couple rockets and died on the
spot. Nice combo from Krista and Nevs, finding the Widow instantly, but Texel is putting a lot of pressure, being the second sniper on the Fista. They both have really good aim. Slick switching for the Sojourn.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And now they have to push Nev away from the wagon. That's what they will do. Alex finds Slick though. The defense from Eclissi is really aggressive.
Yeah, they're basically doing, like, I don't know, maybe for the youngins that'll be something very foreign, but an Overwatch one that's typically some, like, holding that like that far up was basically what you would do when playing goats.
That's a memory most players don't have anymore. But slowly but surely, EREUS finding the peaks. Nevs fell, Little Spoon fell. Now it's FACEIT turns, and the Eclissi remains, have to fall back, retreat, and now EREUS is back to the game plan with Lars swapping back to Winston to contest.
Very nicely done on a nade. Oh, got cleansed perfectly.
Fry just bailed out his Sojourn, but now there's a Nano Winston on the roof of the station, and Lars is finding the kills up by Slick. EREUS, they started to push a little bit late because of the really aggressive defense from Eclissi, but now they won't be stopped.
We'll see. I mean, the whole point of defending that high up is also to kind of grant you another fight that you wouldn't get if you were just holding choke. So we'll see what comes out of this. Because at the moment, Nevs is on fire. Well, but he puts everyone on fire. And there you go. Very nice. Cage gets laid. It's a bit complicated because they're operating at a disadvantage. Oh, that nade! That should take care of things.
A sick nade from Texel, preventing any healing from the Moga. And with not that much time, Eclissi managed to eat a lot of that time bank. EREUS still kept the first point though. And now Lars already contesting the roof of this saloon.
Overclock. That's a very nasty overclock, with a nice angle. Will we be able to get it?
From Eclissi,
yeah. Very, very nice.
Managed to completely
rotate and contest.
Negate the overclock. Slick, and now it's Alex's turn. Lars is nano, but will that be enough to sustain the aggression?
No.
Lars finally falls Pingu is back in the lineup, so instead of Polta, and makes himself nose to Alice.
Indeed. Okay, so that's the defense taken care of. EREUS should be able to turn this corner and get in quite a nice position before next fight. Yet, oh, Alex playing it safe, hopefully. Yeah, we're playing it safe. Don't want anything ludicrous to happen. Nicely bubbled. Lars is really holding that door very, very well.
Nice right click on Testa.
Yeah.
And now that's the last fight, the last contest not happening yet. It does, but Nevs loses the mech right as he gets down from this tunnel. And yeah. Still a centimeter, and now EREUS just basically capped the second point without a final contest in the defense.
I mean, I'm really not that sure about the Kitsune that we just saw, because everyone was kind of on their way to go down, like to contest the objective, and at the same time they couldn't have benefited from the Kitsune. So I wonder if that's just a fat finger or something, or miscommunication.
Probably bad timing because the Kitsune was supposed to help to contest the point, but the 2 kills from EREUS just basically negated the effect the Kitsune could have had. And now the nice primal from Lars gives a lot of room to EREUS. Lars is guarding.
He's basically at their spawn. I mean, providing you're on line of sight of your support, that's probably something you should be doing. But it's dangerous nonetheless. Okay, so we're kind of blocking one door, isolating good old Nevs, but Nevs will survive. But at this point, the aggression is so ferocious on the EREUS side. We're already right at the end, and there's the cap. 3 points for EREUS with 2 minutes in the bank.
Sleek finding all the kills thanks to the space Lars was able to create guarding the spawn doors. Yeah, Sleek was free to basically sit on this truck, finding the kills, clicking the heads of the Eclissi players, and as you said, 2 minutes and so on the time bank for EREUS. A very nice push. And Eclissi, yeah, they had a really nice defense on the first point. They managed to eat some of the time bank on the second one, but the second half of the map, they lost everything fight.
Yeah, it kind of fell apart in the especially in the hangar. Must agree. Well, I mean, sometimes it's a bit more complicated to, like, depending on the team. You either struggle to attack or defend. We'll see what happens on their go at attack. Okay, I saw a Sigma, but it was promptly replaced by Winston. And yeah, EREUS are basically chilling. Let's see what's gonna happen.
They're waiting for Eclissi to get out of the spawn. Jesper with the turret in the wagon, but won't make a difference right now. But still, they have the Torgon to wait for the dive and to cancel too much of a Fista impact, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
you
so.
will have to deal with the turret before you can do anything else, and that's a lot of time you die when you're defending against the dive.
Yep. But so far, it's okay. Eclissi is just walking the payload in. They're setting up their dive, I guess, and there we go. But there's not much people here. Okay, Lars maybe kind of slipped. That's okay still.
Lars trying to gain some time, basically, trying to keep touch on the Eclissi's push, but without very much efficiency, because Eclissi, they didn't stop pushing since they went out of the spawn, and now they're going to cap this point with the
That was a
huge time
fast
bank.
cap. Like,
More than 5 minutes in the bank for the Eclissi team, and now they're already trying to position themselves to attack this defense EREUS is setting up.
yeah, I guess their areas on the previous phase was just like trying to get like their perfect setup, but it never quite like got where they wanted to, so they just like pulled back and pulled back and pulled back, which is good for Eclissi, I guess. Well, okay, Nano gets invested.
Nano and Lars, New Pride and nice dive on the back lane for Lars. Now he finds Vista, and that's a reset. Finally, for the Eclissi lineup, EREUS, their defense finally stabilized.
We'll see. We'll see next push, but indeed, that's the momentum gone basically. Interesting,
Yeah.
like the Nev's positioning is really interesting because he always like takes a very like wide angle to try and force the team to like the areas to face him, I guess.
Last shooting the primal to survive. Alex with the overclock, trying to find an angle. Really nice retreat, and Jesper just jumped him as he moves closer. Really nice move from the Torbjorn here for Jesper. And we have multiple and the Kitchen Rush ready for EREUS, the Kitchen Rush and the Blade for the attack side. We'll see if Vista manages to
Alex.
find the kill. Lost very deep in the back lane, forcing Alex to join the team.
Yeah, we also have an overclock. Okay, both Kitsunes to kind of neutralize each other. The Molten Core that gets invested on Area's side to basically stifle Eclissi's push. And it works! It just works. There is not much, as good old Tom Howard would say. It just works.
Eclissi's push really deflected by this Molten Core on the Kitsune side, but no, the Blade from Vista finds Jesper instantly. Is going to sleep, he finds
That's
him.
a nice blade.
Trying to find the supports. No, he falls back to his team. The damage is down, but there is Nano Winston on the payload for the defense. Vista is hunting for the Genji, but he has to fall back. Too much pressure, and last finally falls on the payload, and Eclissi, they're back on the moving side of things.
Yeah, Eclissi is on the counter attack at this point. They know that they're like probably like 4 to 5 against 3 at the moment. Texel's a bit isolated. Maybe Vista will find their way to Texel. But at the moment, yeah. Oh, Nevs. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Dancing around his bubble, but that will be for naught, sadly.
Nev's going really deep inside the hangar, trying to buy as much time as he can for his team to do the work, but the rest of the EREUS team managing to find the kill they needed to once again deflect the push from Eclissi. We see Nev trying to find position, but nice railgun shot from Sleek. And Eclissi,
Nice again.
they're way out of line here. The rotation didn't pay off at all. A minute left in the bank, and they have to complete the map if they don't want to lose right here, right now.
They need to make something happen. The good thing, the thing they have going for them is basically 4 ults. Nevs is at 90%, so we'll be able to pop Primal pretty much whenever he needs it. And there we go. Oh, that was a very nice bubble, but it will be enough. Okay, Overclock. Overclock didn't take that much. Alex is already out of juice. And this is a very nice, very clean defense with Sleek at the very top, completely unattainable, and Lars just pushing and pushing and pushing inside the tunnel. Yet, LN-Eclissi might find some targets. No, Lars is here to police everything. This is going to be a bit complicated yet again for Eclissi.
With 5 seconds left, they have to touch the payload. They're going for it, but the Molten Core from Jesper and the Kitsune Rush from Pingu will sign the end of Eclissi's push. Too bad. They had 5 minutes going into the second point, but they didn't find a way to basically crack this second point defense by EREUS. Sleek finding the kills. Nice right technique, pushing really deep on this dive.
Okay.
In the end, EREUS gets the win on Route 66, and that's the series as well for the Spanish team.
And yeah, and that's a second point in the bag for EREUS. Like if we have a look at the global standings for this series, and sadly for LN-Eclissi, well, they're still not proud for their first win.
Eclissi having a tough time in this league, and well, we're on EREUS' channel, so we have to.
Yeah, I mean,
we have
of
to
course.
be happy, I guess.
We don't have to. It was a great match.
Indeed, indeed.
It was just a great match all over.
We have to congratulate both teams, but EREUS getting their second win on this. Basically, Eclissi still on the prowl for the first, as you just said. A really nice match, and Eclissi finding the solution in Suravasa, but they couldn't carry it over on Colosseo or Route 66, sadly for them. 3-1 EREUS, GG's.
And I guess that at this point, we need to pick an MVP, and then we'll be on our way and let you go back to whatever it is you were doing before connecting to that stream. What do you think? Like, who do you think is MVP material on this one, Opera?
I guess I have 2 picks on the EREUS side, and they're obviously Lars and Sleek.
And Sleek.
And Sleek,
Interesting.
Yeah, Sleek Sojourn was mean, really mean. On the 4 maps we saw, he had a really big impact, finding the kills at the right moments. But Lars really stands out for me on this one.
Yeah, I guess that as just an individual player, I would tend to agree, especially on Lars. But I would say that the duo that was shown with Lars and Jesper Swag, when they were running Zario Venture, was kind of, well, sleek, but not the player, just the objective.
Indeed, but the common point is Lars. So yeah. I guess we settle on EREUS' tank doing God's work on the Zarya, on the Winston, and sadly not on the Junker Quid. But hey, that gave us 4 maps instead of 3, so good pick.
Not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. And I guess that's it.
That's it for us. Thank you for watching EREUS with us, and we hope we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll see you next time.
And next time is pretty soon, actually. Like, we have a whole bunch of casts that are lined up until the end of the week, so stay tuned.
We're back. Well, not we, but this channel is back. EREUS is back tomorrow with Nat and Mace. We'll be there in the chat, obviously, to support EREUS. See you guys next time.
Yeah.